Ooh, this is a new one. I think. Lionel, what the hell's going on here? I went into the Tempest room like you told me to, and now I'm back here in the control room. Wait. What? How did I end up here? Chris, you're alive. I knew you were alive. Steve, I thought you were dead. Me? You guys. You remember. You finally remember. I need to remember how to do the voice. Troy, this is all just part of some trick of yours, isn't it? No, I have no idea what's going on. You think I'm just going to believe you? Yeah. You think I'm going to believe that after you lit this fire? I didn't light the fire. You don't just get to change your story now. Steve, he's telling the truth. What do you mean? Amazing. Amazing. I knew this would happen sometime, somewhere, but I never thought I'd be the one to witness it. You know what's going on here? Yes. But for now, there are more pressing matters. Does anyone here have one of those security codes? I already told you mine last time. RFTS. But, did anyone find any new ones? Oh, I found a blue file which said IRHH in it. I found one. I found one which said SOEE. Perfect. Visitor, I confess that just before I cut out last time we spoke, I found a file containing the code EMAS. Now quickly, enter all of the codes. Alright. Not sure why I sounded impatient. Full access? You can now lock 4 fire doors at a time instead of just 1. Lionel, tell us what the hell's going on here already. Why is everyone alive again? There's no way I would have enough time for that now. Huh. No casualties expected? No one has to die. Yes, now we have the security codes. We're all safe. Let's get out of here then. Yay! Fantastic. We are still alive. Great, but you still owe us all an explanation. How is this... sorry. How is everybody alive again? How did I end up back where I was when the fire started? Why aren't these rooms fire damaged anymore? Visitor, do you remember what I told you before? Yeah, you invented a time machine. Impossible. Well, it was a bit different to a time machine, I guess. It carries your thoughts and memories through time instead of your body. Correct so far. It works going forward, but going backwards, you killed someone. They never returned to their body. That is the story as I told it. That person you murdered was my mother, asshole. What? Your mother died of a brain tumor. You told me so. That was a lie. Lionel killed my mother to test some impossible time travel bullshit. So I lit the fire, I lit it to kill Lionel, and wreck his corporation before they ruined any more lives. Chris, I don't believe it. I had suspected as much, Christina. Your mother is not dead. What do you mean by that? I've seen her body. You took her brain. Yay! So this is pretty much just a story. You don't have to do anything. Lionel answers. Your mother's not dead. This is going to be hard to explain. When we sent your mother back in time, she never returned to her body. However, there was not a single fault in our logic. The machine was designed perfectly. The machine is what's in the Tempest room, right? Correct. Anyway, we conducted many experiments and eventually came to one fascinating conclusion. When our subject had traveled forward through time, the future was not set, and so time would bend to accommodate our time traveler. That is, the consciousness traveling through time would remain in its own timeline. But when traveling backwards, things were not so simple. The consciousness would become lost in the mess that is time-space. It would find a host, one which owned the consciousness, and one which existed at the time it had been sent back to. But it would not always find its host in its own universe. You've lost me. Our research would suggest that there are nearly infinite amount of universes, each nearly identical, with only a minute or minute differences between them. So, when Christina's mother traveled backwards through time, she was not alone. Trillions of her, maybe even more, traveled too. They would land randomly into different timelines. Some would land in the same timeline, and one consciousness would override the other. In some timelines, no one would ever know that Christina's mother had even left, or that the consciousness that returned to her body wasn't from their universe. A rare few consciousnesses would land back where they began, in their own universe. But many timelines were left like here, in this universe, where Christina's mother's consciousness left this world, but no other consciousness returned to fill her body. Because of this, the body remained empty. Christina's mother was effectively dead. But her consciousness lives on in another timeline, another universe. I'm not buying a word of this. But it explains everything. This is why everything kept happening over and over again. This is why we're all here. Yes. It took me a while to figure out. But we have all been brought here by the Tempest machine. Visitor, you remember a time in which you let everyone die apart from myself, correct? Yeah, then you gave me access to the Tempest room. Well, each of these people remembers a different reality. One where they were the only survivor of the fire. That's right. I had to wait and do nothing while Chris died. I had to wait and do nothing as all of you died, time and time again. At the end of each of these realities, the survivor entered the Tempest machine, which had had its clock set to the beginning of this disaster as a security measure. When each of us entered the machine, we were randomly shot into another universe. Some of us would have ended back where we started, and no one else would remember what had just taken place. But there would be a few new universes, like this, where by chance all of us came from 5 different universes into one. And that is how we are all here together now, with memories of different futures. Whoa. But the chances of that happening would be practically zero. Actually, with as many universes as there are, it was incredibly likely. There are probably hundreds of universes in which the same thing has happened as is happening here. Nothing about this seems incredibly likely. But it is the truth. No. Yay! Yay! Guys, all of your paths meet up here, right? They do? I suppose they must. Soon, we'll all be able to talk in person. I can't wait to see you again, Chris. I'm so glad you're safe. I can't either, Steve. I can't believe you're alive. You're both alive. Well, hurry up then. Wrong voice. I'm already there. Okay, coming through now. I can see you. I'm in. Me too. Hey, has anyone unlocked the door for me so I can come down too? Hello? Anyone? Guys, stop talking in person for a second and look at your messages, damn it. Typical. Now, what do I do? Visitor? Christina, can you ask Lionel to open the door for me? No, sorry, I don't think I'll have the chance to. Is something wrong? Where are you? I stepped out for a moment. I'm at the Tempest entrance. I haven't been entirely upfront with all of you. What do you mean? I've been here before. Weren't you listening to Lionel? We've all been here before. No, I mean here before. To a timeline just like this one, where we all managed to survive. Except things went a little differently that time. For instance, I asked Lionel where the controls for the Tempest machine were, and he told me they were on the floor B2 in my section of the building. Later, he explained that the machine can't send consciousnesses back before the first time it was on, which was when my mother was sent back through the first time. So I thought I'd give things another try. I hopped back in the Tempest machine. Don't tell me. This time, while we were on floor B2, I set the time machine back as far as it could go, to the moment I lost my mother. I'm going back. I'm going back 3 years to find my mother. This is crazy. What if you just end up in another universe where she disappeared? Then I'll break into here. I'll travel again. What about the people who care about you in this universe? What about Steve? You know, you should know better than anyone what this feels like. You've had to choose one person's happiness over another's time and time again. In the timeline you come from, you even chose to kill me. I wish I could have Steve and my mother's both at once. But I don't have that choice. I spent too long wishing she was with me to turn back now. Besides, this murder in this world, I'm a murderer, an arsonist. There's no place for me here. Christina. You're not going to stop me, are you? No. No, I'm not. Tell Steve I'm sorry and that I love him. Tell him that I hope we meet again somewhere, sometime. But for now, goodbye. Goodbye, and good luck. Thanks. I think I'll need it. No. Oh my god, that was the end of the game. Really? So, who was I? Interesting. Well, that was, No One Has to Die. Now, thank you for watching. And I'm extremely tired. I don't know when this is going to go up. It is currently 3:33 a.m. June 24th, 2013. And this, again, has been No One Has to Die. No One Has Died. And this was actually a pretty interesting game. It wasn't necessarily a game, but it was actually pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope you didn't find my my voice acting, quote unquote, it was too bad. I hope you found it was tolerable, and have a good day.